Orphan risks that fall under the domain of unintended consequences of emerging technologies specifically address the often unanticipated impacts of new technological capabilities. And quick tip, you can find these color coded in purple on our activities, documents, and on our website. So the six dimensions of risk in this domain are black swan events, co-opted tech, health and environment, intergenerational impacts, loss of agency, and product lifecycle. So how do you know which of these risks may threaten your organization? We'll suggest starting by reading through some of the questions that we've come up with. You'll find a link to the full list of questions at the bottom of the slide. And if a question resonates with you and seems applicable to your organization or project, take a closer look at the associated orphan risks. And let's look at an example. Does your product or process risk having built-in biases that potentially lead to some people being discriminated against? If this question resonates with you, maybe you're working with AI in general and computer learning more specifically, or if you have a complex product lifecycle, you may consider how and where your product is made and any downstream waste it creates. Or maybe your service excludes more people than it includes. Then we recommend you spend some time looking into the associated orphan risks there. And in this case, loss of agency, product lifecycle, and co-opted tech. Also, take a closer look at social justice and equity and ethics perception, organizational value and culture, and standards. For each question, we have listed multiple associated orphan risks, and for this example specifically, there are a lot of risks to consider. While they may not all be applicable to you, we encourage you to consider how these risks might work in conjunction to pose a multifaceted threat to your organization or project. Planning for just one orphan risk may not be enough to help you navigate forward successfully. This may be especially true when considering risks from emerging technologies, and you have to think beyond whether or not your tech works to who you may be impacting, from around the corner or around the globe, from their physical health to their emotional health. So again, we encourage you to make a note of every risk associated with the questions that seem most applicable to your organization or project. Later, we'll introduce additional tools that will help you prioritize these risks and plan accordingly. You can find a full list of questions and their associated orphan risks on our website.